For millennia, the Zalrath Dominion had conquered world after world, expanding their brutal empire with ease. They were a warrior race, born and bred for conquest, their fleets descending on primitive and advanced civilizations alike with overwhelming force. No species had ever resisted them successfully, not in the long term. Their battle strategy was simple: strike fast, decimate planetary defenses, and subjugate survivors through superior technology and brute force. So when their long-range scouts discovered Earth, a resource-rich world with a seemingly primitive species, the Zalrath High Command saw an easy conquest. The invasion fleet was assembled, a force of 10,000 warships, atmospheric drop pods, and millions of bioenhanced soldiers. With planetary bombardments, advanced ground warfare, and decades of experience crushing resistance, they expected a swift and effortless campaign. They were wrong, because they hadn't just picked a fight with humans, they had picked a fight with Earth itself. Part 1. The planetary defenses, the atmosphere, a death trap in the sky. From the moment the Zalrath fleet entered Earth's atmosphere, things started going wrong. Gravity and weather resistance. The Zalrath had prepared for many planetary environments, but Earth's dense atmosphere and volatile weather were beyond anything they had encountered. Their dropships struggled against hurricane-force winds, while unpredictable jet streams sent smaller craft spiraling out of control. Lightning storms. Earth's natural thunderstorms interfered with energy shielding and caused catastrophic system failures. The Invaders' electronic warfare systems fried mid-flight, leading to entire battalions crashing before they even hit the ground. Extreme temperature fluctuations. Zalrath bodies were engineered for stable climates, not a planet where deserts reached 58 degrees Celsius by day and froze solid at night. Heat exhaustion and frostbite crippled troops before they even engaged in combat, and those who made it to the surface found that Earth's hostility was only beginning. The flora camouflaged killers. The Zalrath believed Earth's plant life was nothing more than background scenery. They learned the hard way that Earth's greenery fights back. Toxic and hallucinogenic plants. Zalrath soldiers consuming local vegetation experienced paralysis, hallucinations, and organ failure. Some ate wild mushrooms and began seeing non-existent enemies turning on each other. Carnivorous plants. Venus flytraps and pitcher plants were small-scale predators, but larger, jungle-adapted versions lured unsuspecting Zalrath into deadly traps, snapping shut on soldiers unable to escape. Thorned and poisoned vines. Razor-sharp thorns punctured exosuits, injecting neurotoxic compounds into their bloodstreams. Even minor injuries led to infections, fevers, and agonizing deaths. The fauna Earth's natural killers. The Zalrath were apex predators, but Earth had evolved apex predators of its own. Big cats and pack hunters, lions, tigers and wolves viewed Zalrath troops as invasive prey. Soldiers marching through African and Siberian forests were ambushed and devoured before they even saw their attackers. Venomous creatures. Earth boasts over 600 venomous snake species, poisonous amphibians, and lethal insects. Troops were bitten by black mambas, stung by box jellyfish, and paralyzed by bullet ants, suffering agonizing deaths in unfamiliar environments. Swarming insects, mosquitoes, fleas, and sandflies carried diseases the Zalrath had no immunity against. Troops developed malarial fevers, severe allergic reactions, and delirium, rendering entire units incapacitated. Earth was no longer just a war zone, it was a feeding ground. The engineered microbial nightmare. The silent killers Earth's pathogens turned weapons. While the Zalrath had prepared for military engagement, they had not prepared for an invisible war. And humanity, having studied the biology of the invaders, decided to make it far worse for them. Bacterial and viral onslaught, Earth's billions of microbial species proved deadlier than any weapon. With no immunity, Zalrath soldiers fell to common colds, flu strains and bacterial infections within days. Pneumonia, staph infections and gastrointestinal viruses spread like wildfire, but humans engineered microbial strains designed to specifically attack Zalrath immune systems, making every Earthborn illness exponentially deadlier. Waterborne diseases, Earth's rivers and lakes were filled with microorganisms that ravaged Zalrath digestive systems, leading to mass dehydration, organ failure, and uncontrollable outbreaks. Human biologists released specialized bacteria that bound to Zalrath gut flora, turning ordinary food into lethal toxins when ingested. Climate adaptation failure. Scientists introduced genetically modified microbes that infiltrated Zalrath respiratory systems, disrupting their ability to regulate body temperature. This made them hypersensitive to Earth's rapid weather shifts, causing mass casualties from heat stroke in deserts and hypothermia in tundras. Vector manipulation. Mosquitoes, fleas and sandflies were engineered to seek out Zalrath pheromones, ensuring they were bitten thousands of times more often than native life forms. These modified insects delivered diseases tailored to cripple Zalrath neurological functions, leaving them delirious and unable to function in combat. Human resistance and the psychological collapse. Human guerrilla warfare, the final blow. Even as Earth itself dismantled the invasion force, humanity was far from passive. Asymmetric warfare, human forces did not fight conventionally. Instead, they lured the invaders into cities, forests and mountains, then collapsed buildings, set traps and launched ambushes with precision. EMP and electronic sabotage humans hacked and jammed Zalrath communications, leaving entire battalions cut off and wandering into death traps. Decoy attacks. Soldiers mimicked animal movements to lure Zalrath into the wilderness, where Earth's predators finished the job. The breaking point, fear of the unknown. The final blow was not just physical but psychological. Zalrath soldiers abandoned their weapons, convinced the planet itself was alive and hunting them. Zalrath commanders suffered mental breakdowns, unable to comprehend how a primitive world had turned into their greatest nightmare. Surviving units begged for extraction, but no ships returned, because above Earth, the human space fleet had already arrived. Epilogue. The Galactic Warning. The Zalrath invasion fleet was completely wiped out. Their warships, damaged by Earth's weather and sabotaged by human forces, were destroyed in orbit. Their ground forces were either slaughtered or left to die, unable to evacuate. Their homeworld received one final message from the last surviving commander. Do not return to Earth. The humans did not fight us. The planet fought us. Word spread quickly across the galaxy. Earth was not to be invaded. Humanity was not to be provoked. Because the next time an enemy came, Earth wouldn't just defend itself, it would go to war.